Hey besties, come along with me as we recreate Agate bead bracelets. My name is Titi Layomi. Welcome to my YouTube channel. To recreate this beautiful agate bead, we need our bead, our elastic fishing line, we need our letters sorted out. Today we want to recreate Ariel. Then you need a cutter or a scissors, whichever one you have is good to go. Then the first thing for you to do is to cut your fishing line to a size that you are comfortable to work with. I like doubling my fishing line in order to have this thickness for me. Then I cut to a reasonable size. Please make sure that the tip of the fishing line are together for easy assessment of the bead whenever you are passing it into the fishing line. Then I check if the tip is together. After doing that, I pick my first alphabet that I want to work with. A. I insert alphabet A into the fishing line. The next one should be R. After picking my letter R, then I pick my letter I to see if the work is going well. Please make sure that you are inserting the alphabet correctly in order to avoid starting all over. This is it. I check to see if the letters are well arranged, it is organized. Then the first thing to do is to bring my bead. I pick a bead and insert into the right hand side of the fishing line. This is it. Insert your bead, then pick the other leg, which is the left hand side of the fishing line. Here we've not cut the tip, so I just use the scissors to cut it so that we have that sharp entrance for the bead to penetrate. Pick your bead and insert it also to the left hand side of the fishing line. Check, this is what we have. Pick another bead of your choice, insert it again. Now we have two. You can pick the right hand fishing line and pick another bead to insert it. This is how we are going to be repeating the process till the end. Hey besties, please, if you're still watching my video to this point, please do me a favor by clicking on the subscribe button, like and drop a comment. By this way, you are telling YouTube that my video content is relevant and other subscribers like you will be able to see my content. Thank you. Now you continue inserting the bead. Please make sure that the same numbers of bead you insert on your right hand side is also the same bead you are inserting on your left hand side. You can check by counting the bead to see if you are doing the right thing. You continue with the insertion of the bead into the fishing line. Please always check to see if your beads are the same places, like the left hand side of the bead. If you have the same count of bead on your left hand side, then you continue insertion of the bead into the fishing line. Your right hand side, your left hand side, make sure they are equal, and when you are putting it, you are careful about it. Depending on the kind of bracelet you want to do and the size, that will determine the numbers of bead you'll be using. You can do counting to check if you are doing the right thing. If the bead is not enough, you can add bead to the fishing line on the right hand side. Then if it is enough, you can do the tying. And anytime you want to tie, make sure that you are tying it very tight. Here you insert it, check if it is good, then you can tie. In tying, make sure that you are tying very tight and firm. Tie it as many times as you can. Doesn't have a specific tying method. Make sure that you are tying very firmly and tight. Once you are done with the tying, the next thing to do is to cut the fishing line. You can see I'm still tying here. Then the next thing you do is cut the fishing line. Once you cut it, this is the first bracelet, you drop it. Then bring your bead again to continue with the second bead. Pick your fishing line. Don't forget, we are doubling the fishing line in this bead bracelet that we are doing. Then you cut it to the reasonable size that you like. Go to the other extreme end of the fishing line and also cut out the tip so that it will be easy for you to insert your beads into it. This place, you can just pick your bead, insert it. Might not even go to the right or the left hand side. Just insert, since we are not using alphabet here to give us a specific point that the beads are meeting. Then you pick your bead, insert them one after the other. Insert them carefully. You are doing the counting. Insert the bead. Please, besties, if you are still watching my YouTube video, please do well to subscribe and like. By so doing, you to be able to push my content to other subscribers like you. Thank you. Then you continue with your insertion of bead. Insert as many beads as you can. Don't forget that in this process, we are not having right or left hand side. All you need to do is to count your bead into the fishing line. Make sure that your mathematics here is fine. As a bead maker, you have to be very good with calculations for it to have a balanced work. Sometimes you can have issues with your insertion of bead. You can go to the other side or the fishing line and insert your bead into the fishing line. We continue with the insertion of the bead into the fishing line. You just have to be careful when inserting your bead. Put your bead till when it gets to the point where you'll be able to size it with the first bracelet that we have done. Don't forget, we want to make 2 bead bracelets, but this time around we are not using a divider to hold them firmly together. This is a separate bead. Insert your bead into the fishing line. Once you are done inserting, you can check to see if it is the same size with the previous one. Here we are checking to see I need to put more beads. This is me. You pick another bead, insert them into the fishing line. Hey besties, please, if you are still watching my video to this point, please do well to click on the subscribe button, like and leave a comment. By so doing, you to be able to push my content to other YouTube subscribers like you. Thank you. Continue with your insertion of bead. Put them into the fishing line. This is it. Put it closely into the fishing line. Pick another bead. Put it there. Now it's for me to size to see. This is looking way bigger than the other one we've done. Then I remove the last 2 beads. Check it if it is the same. If it is fine, this is it. It is fine. So the next thing to do, after sizing them and it is the same size, tie it again. You tie it very firm. Tie it very well, as many times as you can, in order for the bead to be very tight and to avoid it cutting out anytime soon. Tie it. Once you are done with the tying, you can use your scissors or your cutter to cut out the excess parts of the fishing line. This is the bracelet. Then you pick your lighter to burn out the excess rope. Please be careful when burning in order to avoid you cutting out the work that you have been doing. Do the other part of the bead too. So don't use your hand to press it. This is the bead. This is what we have. We are done with the two bracelets as requested by the customer. Hey besties, please, if you are watching my YouTube video to this point, please do well to click on the subscribe button and subscribe. By so doing, you to be able to push my content to other YouTube subscribers like you. Thank you. I hope you'll be trying this beautiful bracelet for yourself. Until then, I remain your host, Titi Layomi. See you in the next episode.